Aloha! How's it going? How's it? Today we're going to talk about stories. And every story has elements. Who, what, where, when, why, and how. So you can tell from our background that the where is the beach. The beach is my favorite place to go. So I don't get to go there often. So I love to read a good story or watch a good movie about the beach. I'm going to share my screen with you today. We're going to look at all of those elements to a story. You see on our screen that the setting, that's the where, is at the beach. I'm going to turn on my little pointer here. You see the spotlight pointing to the different vocabulary words. You see our background of our story is the setting of the beach. So let's get started and see if we can figure out who, what, where, when, why, and how. One afternoon, Shauna and Eric went to the beach. They had fun playing ball and building a sand castle. A funny crab wanted to play ball with them. What would happen if the crab caught the ball? Okay, so let's talk a little bit about our who. The first thing we notice is our story tells us who. Shauna and Eric. Here's Shauna and here's Eric. And we already said that the where is the beach. So it tells us right here in the sentence, they went to the beach. The when, let's see if we can figure out the when. When can be a question about a time or a season or time of day. So let's see. One afternoon. Oh, afternoon. So wasn't morning. Wasn't nighttime. You can tell the sun is out. So it tells us right here, afternoon. So who? Shauna and Eric. Did what? What is their action? Went to the beach. Where are they? Where is the place? The beach. When? Afternoon. One afternoon. Our next question is why? The why questions tell us about a reason for an action or something that happens. So I know why I go to the beach. I love to play in the sand. I love to let the waves splash me. Let's see if it tells us why in our story. One afternoon, Shauna and Eric went to the beach. They had fun playing ball and building a sand castle. A funny crab wanted to play ball with them. So far, I don't necessarily see something that tells me outright exactly why. And that's the thing about why questions. Sometimes we have to do a little figuring. We have to look at the information we know. One of the things it tells us is that they had fun playing. You can play ball in a ballpark. You can play ball in your yard. But they wanted to play ball at the beach and build a sand castle. Now, we can play in the sand at home for sure, but there's nothing like building a sandcastle on the beach. So the why is that they wanted to have fun playing ball and playing in the sand on the beach. The how, a how question describes or explains the process of something. So let's see if there's anything that tells us about how they did something. One afternoon, Shauna and Eric went to the beach. They had fun playing ball and building a sandcastle. A funny crab wanted to play ball with them. What would happen if the crab caught the ball? I don't see anything that answers a how question, but I can definitely think that you might want to look at some how tips on how to build a good sandcastle. It looks to me like they use their sand pails or their buckets and fill them with sand and turn them upside down. So if you're going to ask me how to build a sandcastle, I could definitely answer that. But in our story, I don't see a how answer to the how question. All right, so let's see if we've checked off everything in our story elements. the who, the what, the where, the when, the why, and let's see, and how. No how question here, so we'll just put a question mark there. So it's important to remember that when you read your book for school, a library book, or a book that the teacher assigns, you need to think about all of these story elements. Who did what, when, where, why, and how. And if you check out a book from the library, or if you're looking at ebooks on your tablet or some sort of electronic device, you need to be sure that you're thinking about all of these story elements. These are very important for you to be able to answer questions if you're taking a test, or retell the story to your parents or to your teacher, because this is a skill you're going to use in life even when you're a grown up. So we're looking at this cute picture of the beach today and wishing that we could be together playing in the sand at the beach, for sure, my favorite place. But until that day comes when we can go back to the beach, we'll just have to daydream. Mahalo.